Yup. It's DJ Envy, Tuesday Night Live. It's the People's Choice, DJ Envy. Got our first special guest in the building, Belly.
What's up, man?
What's up, sir?
Bro? Good to be here.
How's everything?
Everything is blessed, man.
You part of that Canada taking over the world right now.
Man, been part of it, bro.
It's an amazing thing. Yeah. You guys, I don't know what's in the water over there in Canada, but you guys are really stacking up and doing a great job.
I don't know, the maple syrup, the water.
I've been in Canada the last 3 months, 4 months, ever since they let me back in with no problems. I ain't got to go through the side and sit there and they got to check my accounts and all that. Ever since then,
you're lucky.
It's been great over there. Shout out to everybody in Canada.
I know Canadians that have trouble getting back into Canada, so you lucky.
Nah, it's good. I mean, for the first 10 years, 15 years, 10 years it was difficult. In 5 years, it was a probation period. But now I'm good. But none of my friends can come with me, though.
I know. It's really like that for me trying to come over here. You know, 80% of my friends can't even cross the border to come over here. And you know, enjoy the.
But they let Justin Bieber speed around driving 100 miles an hour and let him cool.
Man, I don't know what's going on, man. You know, the Bieber probably got connections we don't know about. You know?
Well, Belly's here. Now, how'd you get into the music industry, Belly?
Oh, man, honestly, I wish I could tell you the story, but I feel like it's been going on for so long for me.
Right.
It just feels like it was just something that just happened, you know? It was like going from crawling to walking. It went from speaking and making music for me, you know?
And did the name Belly come because you had a belly, or is there a story for it? Did your mom squeeze your belly as a kid? Like, where did the name Belly come from?
Nah, again, same thing. Like, I feel like obviously the physical attributes to go along with the name.
Mm-hmm. Because when I first heard the name, I thought I'm thinking Belly the movie. I'm thinking Don Juan Jamaican gangster from Toronto. Something.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I said that's where you got the name from.
But you know what, man? I was Belly before the movie.
Oh, you was Belly before the movie?
Yeah, definitely.
So they owe you a check.
Nah, I'm not looking for a check, man. Music bless me, man. We good. I'm getting checks on my side. We straight.
Now you signed with Roc Nation.
Yeah.
Now how did that deal come about?
Man, it came about by just knowing that that Hov was aware of what I was doing, you know, through certain people, and then, you know, being able to actually sit down with him and have a real conversation with him, and, you know, after that I really just knew that's where I wanted to be at.
Now you've written for so many different artists. We're talking to Belly if you're just joining us. 877-60 Hip Hop. You're written wrote for Beyonce. I mean, there's a string of artists. They say Ariana Grande, Juicy J, French Montana, Wiz Khalifa. So you wrote for so many different artists. How did you get into the music industry, writing for artists?
I never really intended on it. Like, for me, I just make music, and a lot of times I have something that somebody else will appreciate. And, you know, especially for somebody that I admire in the music shit and they appreciate something I did, I'm like, you know, I'm never married to it. I feel like whenever you start hoarding music, that's when you mentally tell yourself that you can't create it again.
Right.
So I'm never married to my music, man. If I feel like somebody wants to take the vibe, take the vibe.
You don't care. So it's never
man.
like, oh, I know this is a hit, this is mine. This is, hey, if you got it, you feel it.
Yeah, we're going to make hits every day, man. That's how I feel.
Now, how do you make records for a female artist? Because, you know, like you look at, you got to put yourself in their mind frame. Do you just smoke a lot and be like, all right, I'm Beyonce right now?
Not necessarily. A lot of people think that. But you just go through your texts, man. Just scroll through them texts. You'll find all kind of.
You'll find what you need in there?
You can find
not my text. I'm a married man, bro. Don't get me in trouble. Don't get me in trouble.
I was pointing in the other direction.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay.
Nah, but that's what it is for me, man. Like, just like, you know, everyday life, text messages, arguments. You know, craziness, man. It happens to all of us. Like, I don't got to look at it so one-sided from my way. But these are things that happen in all of our lives, whether you're a male or a female.
Right. So what you doing so well in writing, what makes you still wanting to be an artist? Because, I mean, you're doing well. You're writing for major artists. You can sit behind the scenes, and that way you ain't got to worry about going out. You ain't got to worry about people, you know, mobbing you for autographs. Or, you know, you can sit behind the scenes and just collect checks, and you ain't got to worry about shit.
I mean, like I said, I came into this making music and people appreciating it and wanting to use it. That's number one. So, you know, at heart, I feel like I embody all those things, but I always aspire to be greater and greater every day at being an artist. That's number one.
That's number one. So the number one goal for you is an artist, and then number two is the writing and the checks.
Yeah, whatever comes along with it after that, you know what I mean? But for me, you know, I just want to be heard. Forget seen. I don't care. You know, delete the IG, all that. As long as my music is heard.
Well, that's pretty good right now because, you know for a while I had no idea what Belly looked like. I was like, his record is on the charts. We're playing his record all over the radio, but I have no idea. He could be standing next to me in the club today, and I wouldn't know who he was.
Yeah, because I honestly I probably wouldn't be in the club. You know, I'd be in the studio. That's my club. You know, that's where I ball out at.
You hang out with a lot of the people I hang out with, and they go to the clubs. They like to turn up in the club. They like to spend.
And they're the same ones that drag me out the studio to try to get me to go to the clubs, bro. They gotta really peel me out. Like that's really where I love to be. You know, every house I've ever had, like I made sure I got a studio. I could walk downstairs and go straight to the studio. If I'm leaving the house, it's most likely to go to the studio. Like I really base my whole life around that.
Belly, you got to get out a little more, man.
I do. You know what? I agree with you.
We got to take you out a little more, man. We got to take you out of the crib, man.
I got to get out. I agree with you, but I'm glad I did what I did. You know, I feel like the scene from Kill Bill where she goes sees the old guy with the, you know?
Right.
I feel like that guy right now. You know, like the craft is mastered.
You got to enjoy it, though, a little bit. You got to make sure you enjoy it. You got to the fruits of your labor. You got to enjoy it. You got to pull a strip every once in a while and sign it off to the game.
Man, look,
Just don't get them pregnant. We're a condom. It'll be all right.
I'm ready for the fruits of the splendor, man.
There you go. Well, Belly's here. 877-60 Hip Hop. What we getting into, Hollywood?
We're going to get into his joint. It's called Ballerina.
Now explain to us Ballerinas, because Hollywood is a strip club DJ.
I love that
I've known him for about 7 years. And he always used to say, all my ballerinas to the back, all my ballerinas to the stage. I'm like, who the fuck you calling a ballerina? They strippers. He's like, nah, they don't like you calling them strippers. They like when you call them ballerinas.
Or you could call them you could be like professional twerkers or shit like that. They like that.
They like that too?
Yeah, they like
this guy, yeah. So how did you get the term ballerinas?
Man, I don't know, like really, like where I derived it from. But really, that's what I feel like, you know, that's the best thing to call it. You know, it's so artsy if you're in the right mood. Mm-hmm. You eating steak. You know, watching that Miami Styles.
Right.
That's a ballerina, man. You feel like you're you're almost at the opera. I feel like I should have wore a tux sometimes. You know, that's how I feel about it.
Now explain the relationship with Canada artists. Are you guys cool? You know, you look at, let's say, Queens. I'm from Queens. And Queens is divided. These niggas don't fuck with these niggas that don't fuck with these niggas that don't fuck with these niggas. You know, same thing with Brooklyn. Brooklyn's a little better. But is it Canada the same way? Are y'all cool with Weeknd? Is cool with Drake? Is cool with Tory Lanez? Or is it?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you know, everybody that's doing it at a home has always got a certain level of respect and love, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? There's no beefs among, you know, anybody really out there. You know, and that's in terms of me.
Right.
I'm gonna speak on me. Me personally. It's all love to everybody out there doing something. You know what I mean? For a long time, people weren't even looking up north.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Was it difficult breaking from being from Canada? Because I remember one time it was nobody believed, and then all of a sudden it just seemed like everybody they opened the door and everybody started running through.
Yeah. I mean, I got interviews from back in the day, just being a youngin' running around Canada and telling people, like, you know, the East Coast had it forever. The West Coast had it. Down South got it. There's only one place left to look, you know? And that was Canada. Like,
right.
As soon as the spotlight came on us, boom, that's what happened, you know?
Now, when you write your records, what's the mind frame? Because it feels like now it seems like everybody's on each other's dicks. Like, if you look at music now, right, you say, I don't know who dropped what record first, but if you look at Drake Controller, it sounds like Tory Lanez's Love, which sounds like Jadena's new record, which sounds like Tiger's One on One, which sounds like... who else is doing? Kid Ink's Nasty. It sounds like all Jamaican rhythms. Is that how it's right? Like, is that the flow? All right, well, this is the thing. How do you pick what you're going to write about or the style or the music or whatever?
I'm kind of a contrarian, man. Like, I'll go the opposite way. If everything is going one way, I'm the guy running that way. You know, I'd rather take something that people don't expect to be mainstream or don't expect to be a hit.
Right.
And create it into something that's monstrous. It's going to end up in movies. It's going to end up on the radio and be timeless. And that's the best thing, to get a hit that has substance. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of people get hits that sound like nursery rhymes.
Right.
But if you get a hit that's timeless, that's beautiful, that's lyrical, the production, everything about it, the feeling, the mood, that's like the ultimate goal as an artist. Really, I feel like that should be your ultimate goal. You know, that's what I strive for every day.
Now, I heard that you are, well, if you were American, you would be voting for Trump, that you really support Trump.
Stop.
I'm just
please.
joking.
Please
I heard you pulled out a Jimmy Kimmel Live. Why'd you do that?
Oh, man, it was the easiest decision of my life, man.
Mm-hmm.
It was easy, you know, just even when I saw the billing, it was like, you know, Trump, you know, and big lights, and then right under that, musical guest Belly. I was like, I can't be involved in that kind of, even the way they're presenting this. So I just pulled out, man.
Was everybody on your team with you? Was the label with you, or it was one of those things you was like, I don't give a fuck. I need to do what I feel like.
Yeah, it wasn't like no crazy arguments or nothing like that. You know, a few people tried to like talk me out of it and be like, this would be big for you. Because my project was dropping the next day.
Right.
So I was supposed to be the TV appearance to go along with.
You should have did it and just dissed the shit out of him the whole time.
I was thinking about it, man.
Just dissed the shit and talked about his toupee, his hair. Should have just dissed this because he couldn't. What would he say back? He couldn't say nothing back.
No, honestly, just confrontation and all that kind of it goes different places with different kind of people, man. You know what I mean? And for me, just to go there.
Oh, you got the boys with you. You ain't had to worry about no problems. You got the guys behind you.
It's not. It wouldn't even go there with him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like never, ever. But the fact of the matter for me is like, all right, I'm Muslim. Mm-hmm. He comes out with a bunch of shit saying that, like, I don't got my citizenship here. Mm-hmm. I crossed the border to get here. So that means if he implements what he wants to implement, the day he implements it, I'm sitting in Canada. I can't even come here and do these interviews.
True.
You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So to me, to be in the same building as you, I'm doing a disservice to myself. I'm not even going to sit here. I'm not even going to be in the presence of you. Mm-hmm. And again, I don't want to make shit messy. I don't want to be the guy that's like, creating those kind of scenes. That's not me. I'm not a political person. My whole thing was from a human standpoint. From a human standpoint, you're affecting a lot of people and lives, like real people now. That's tangible. You're not talking about dream and fantasy like you like to talk about every day. This is real. This is people being affected by your decisions. Absolutely. I'm one of those people. Mm-hmm. That was my only way to really make a stance where everybody would hear it and understand. And for me, I didn't want to be anywhere around them at that point. So that's what it was.
Now, how does that make you feel with so many people, I would say, grouping somebody like you into the whole, well, he's a radical this, he's a that, he's a this, because it's almost the same thing as racially profiling for African Americans, where it's like, we drive in a car, and just because we got a nice car and you're black, it's like, got to be a drug dealer, got to be a problem. Like, how do you deal with that?
I mean, for me,
and you get it both ways, because see, when you in a car, you're black because you got your jewelry on, you look black. They gonna pull your ass over.
Look, man. First of all, my pops. Anybody that looks at my pops would assume that he's black. They wouldn't assume he's Middle Eastern. Number one. Number two, again, man, I look at everything from a human standpoint. That like the way all of us are approached in this situation is wrong. You know what I mean? And it's cool to speak out with your own voice and say what you want. But what happened in the situation is so fucked up for this reason, is that for a long time I don't feel like racism was gone here. I feel like it was hiding. Mm-hmm. And then you have somebody like Trump come out, and all of a sudden these trolls come out from under the bridge, and their
true feelings are coming out.
And they have a voice now, and they have a place to congregate, and they have somewhere to be. And that's what changed everything. You know what I mean? I don't think the mentality's ever changed. So again, people like me, people like you, people like anybody that's profiled in certain ways, minorities, visible or not, that are profiled in this country or, everywhere, that's what really becomes the problem. Mm-hmm. It's people like that and rhetoric like that convinces the people that we should never even know exist in this country. Absolutely. Or other countries. It lets them crawl out from whatever hole they've been hiding in and actually have a voice for once.
All right. Well, Belly's here. Let's get into some more music. What we getting into?
Let's get into that U joint with Kalani.
All right, here it is. 877-60 Hip Hop. It's DJ Envy's Tuesday Night Live. Let's go.
Yeah.
Still on the 1 and 2. So now, what's next for Belly? What's next? What you working on now?
Yeah, new music. I just want to keep giving everybody that's here supporting me, waiting for more. I just want to give them what they're waiting for, man.
Mm-hmm. Now, who you writing with now? Anybody special that you can share with the people?
Yeah, this is real special, real special artist, man. Myself, bro.
That's it. That's Belly's doing Belly right now.
Belly's doing Belly right now, bro.
Do you ever look at somebody's career and be like, damn, I wish I'd have wrote that record because I would have saved their career? Do you look at it like that?
Nah, I mean, sometimes I feel like people pass on records, that they shouldn't pass on. I think that's as far as it goes. Like a record over here might not be a hit, but with the right person, it's a hit.
Right.
And I feel like sometimes people don't got the ear to hear that.
Is there anybody?
He remind me to send him some beats.
Send him some beats. Is there anybody that you want to work with that you haven't worked with yet? That maybe the schedules just haven't passed, or just haven't got the time.
Hove, man. I need my Jay-Z song, man.
That's what you need.
Yeah. But I'm just
being patient with it.
I'm letting everything happen, man, naturally. You know what I mean?
I mean, you work with his wife, so you're pretty close.
Look, man, I'm over here. That's the home team.
And then when you work with Beyonce, do you have blinders on? Like, you know what? I'm only gonna look straight. I'm not gonna look her in the eyes. I don't want to be uncomfortable. I don't want to be awkward.
Nah, man. I'm. You know what? I was raised different, man. Mm-hmm. I was really raised different. And honestly, first time I met Beyonce, Hove was in the room and she was playing me the song that I wrote for her. And you know, it was like really like making me feel like family. So,
Okay.
you know, that's how I looked at it from the beginning.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Belly, we appreciate you for joining us, sir.
Nah, thank you for having me, bro.
And next time, will you stay out in Canada still?
Nah, back and forth. I'm in LA though.
All right, next time I'm in Canada, I'm gonna holler at you. Take me to one of them Jamaican restaurants to get some Caribbean food. You eat Caribbean food, right?
Nah, of course. I got you though. I got
Okay,
you.
all right.
100%.
There you have it. All right, it's the DJ MB's Tuesday Night Live. Belly, let's go.
Let's get to that Zanzibar.
Off them